Lewis, the last home league game of the season, how would you assess today?
Yeah, disappointing. Really angry sort of with the first half, and overall I think we were really fortunate to come in 1-0 down, and I said that rightly to the players, and it's disappointing because I know how good they can be, and they have been over the season. And like I said on Tuesday and sort of Saturday, I know how good the group can be. I know how good the team actually generally is, and they haven't done themselves justice in that first 45 minutes. And then you see the polar opposite in the second half, where the game's played completely solely in their half, and I think we had 13 chances and a goal. But I mean, obviously the ref will tell us otherwise.
Yeah, there was one moment in that second half everyone knows about, but there was a massive shift in performance in the second half too. Yeah,
listen, ultimately it shouldn't have to take for choice words at half time, or changes to have to be made at times in terms of shape or even personnel for us to get a reaction. But it's that sort of tricky part of the season where really we're only playing for league position in terms of sort of top half of the table or bottom half of the table, which should still be motivation for us. But ultimately it's just trying to keep us all sort of active and ready, because over the season we have been really good, and I won't waver in my thoughts on that the group have been excellent for all of us as staff members. They've been brilliant for us, but obviously today's just gutting, ultimately.
Obviously their first goal came very quickly. What was your sort of viewpoint on it?
Too easy. That's the last two games that we've conceded within the first 10 minutes. 2 on Tuesday and another one today. It's not what we're sort of based on. And obviously we talked about, earning the right to play, and for a long period we didn't. So that's disappointing. But like I keep reiterating, it's not a thing that's been a problem for our group this season, and it's not something that we need to press home about, because in the main we've been brilliant all season, and thankfully the boys did really well second half, and sort of hopefully sent the charges home with a bit of belief of what could be hopefully a positive season next season, and what has been in the main a really positive season this year regarding the actual performance. But even with sort of some of the differences that have been thrown at us in terms of suspensions and injuries, and we've not been able to pick from the full squad, I don't think, more than twice. So that's disappointing, and something that we're going to have to put our finger on going forward.
The fans will be eager to hear about Joel Lynch and Jordan Tunnicliffe. Is there any update at all so far?
No, nothing yet. I'll have to speak to the medical team in a bit. I haven't had a chance. We were too busy looking at the goal that wasn't. So no, listen, they obviously did the walk afterwards, so I'll have to find out about them in due course.
And obviously 60 points, there's one game to go. How do you sort of sum up this season?
Yeah, listen, we've still got a chance to go and better what we did last season. If we can get at least better Leyton Orient's result in the last game, we finish in the top half, which is a positive, and that shows that we are building on last season. And for me, as I've said umpteen times in front of the group, the club's been on an upward trajectory since the managerial change of John coming in, and that's something that we've got to now build on again, whatever's to come. And ultimately I feel like it's been a positive season. It doesn't feel like it at the minute, because there's a little dark cloud over, and we've lost 3 on the bounce, and obviously when we're coming off the back of, we were 5 wins in 6, so it is disappointing. But then it's like I say, sometimes circumstances are out of the players' hands, and I've got to say they've been brilliant for me, and the rest of the managerial team. Sorry.
And finally, obviously, the sort of lap of honour we did at the end there, just to applaud the fans for their amazing support this season.
Yeah, like I say, they've been brilliant all season long, and you could hear them singing right up until the final whistle. I think they let the referee know about the decision. I think they sucked the ball over the line. But we are very thankful to them for travelling the length and breadth of the country all season long, and we always sort of go over and show our appreciation to them, and if we can just give them 5 minutes at the end to show that, then I think that's massive for them.
Hess, another dramatic day at the People's Pension Stadium. How would you sum it up for us?
massively different halves. First half we weren't good enough to a man. We were miles off it. We were sloppy. We gave them opportunities. We were lucky to come in 1-0 down, to be honest. We got, like I say, we got a rollicking at half time, which we deserved, and I thought we'd come out, and the second half I think we had a right go. We camped them in their half, and we were unlucky not to maybe get a point in the second half. I think obviously the goal for us it's a goal. It's been not given, but we've spoken to the goalkeeper of them, and then it's miles over. I think the videos say it's 2 yards over at least, which is disappointing. But we can't start that. We can't start games like that, and we're always on the back foot. But we had a right go second half, and that is the only positive maybe we can take from it.
It was a massive shift in performance in that second half. Obviously, we did score, we created opportunities, and we played some really good football.
Yeah, we know we can do that, and that's the frustrating thing for us. I think we need to start games better. We didn't start well against Sutton, and we were 2-0 down in 7 minutes, and the game sort of away from you was on the back foot. And like I said again today, we've got to start better. If we can do that second half, why can't we do that first half? We're always chasing. So yeah, we know we've got quality in this dressing room. We wouldn't be where we are and beat teams that we've beaten this year if we didn't have quality. And we've just got to believe sometime a bit more. And like I say, I think it's one of those days. It's frustrating. Maybe we could nick a point out of it, with our second half performance, but it was one of those.
I was speaking to Lewis earlier. We're on 60 points now. We've got one game to go. There's an opportunity at Oldham to better our tally of points from last season.
Yeah, I think that's always been our sort of aim for the last 3 games. I know we've obviously wanted to win every game, but as soon as we sort of knew it was mathematically that we weren't going to be able to get to push for the playoffs, we want to try and beat our tally next year, from last year. We want to improve every year, we've had today to try and do that, and we haven't done it. So we've got to go to Oldham now. Yes, it's last game, and we're not playing for anything. They're down, but we've got to go and try and beat our tally from last year, and we want to keep it improving every year.
And how important was it from the group of players to applaud the fans at the end of the game there?
Yeah, no, they were fantastic. Like I say, the first half performance wasn't good enough, and rightly they can tell us. And I think second half we tried to have a go for them, and they've done it all year for us. Home and away, the away support at Sutton was fantastic on Tuesday night. So no, they deserved it, and we applaud them.
Obviously, your second full season almost complete now. How would you sort of assess the second season?
No, I've really enjoyed it again. It's another year, mate. It's another year that I've been able to play loads of games. Unfortunately, I got injured around Christmas time, which was frustrating for me. I've not really had that before, but I still feel as a team, and for me personally, it's been a good year. We've been unlucky at times that not to maybe push up where we want to be, but I still think we've improved from last year, and hopefully we can go and get the points tally that we can do on Saturday.
Not to talk too far into the future, but a well-earned contract for yourself earned. It's exciting times, hopefully, next season.
Yeah, obviously there's a massive change in structure at the club. It's all exciting. Everything is exciting. So yeah, it's nice to secure my future, as they say. And it's time to knuckle down again. I've been knuckling down since I've been here, and it's time to go again. So we'll play Oldham, and then we'll recharge the batteries over the summer, and it's the hard work begins again.